we all need balance in our life. And as doctoral students, there's a lot of stress. Well, the chakras can actually help relieve that stress. I'd like to show you how or tell you how to do that.
You're listening to the Happy Doc Student Podcast, a podcast dedicated to providing clarity to the often mysterious doctoral process. Do you feel like you're losing your mind? Let me and my guests show you how to put more joy in your journey and graduate with your sanity, health, and relationships intact. I'm your host, Dr. Heather Frederick, and this is episode 26. Today I welcome Elizabeth Lukacs, who is not only a mentor to me, but also a dear friend. Liz began her work in transcendental meditation at the age of 8 and has been studying with shamans, mystics, and healers ever since. If I could, I would award her a doctorate in unlocking the secrets and mysteries of life. She is passionate about linking body, mind, spirit, and emotions as a way to access our power within. She offers cutting-edge programs, spiritual retreats, individual guidance, and online courses that give you access to your authentic, powerful, divine being. Liz, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here, Heather.
So a lot of you listeners know most of my podcasts are for the doctoral student working through a graduate program, but today's show is for anyone who's in a human body. I've got with me today a woman who is going to introduce you to some concepts that may be new. We're going to keep it simple, but rest assured in the show notes, you can find details for more information. But Liz, today you're going to share the single most important thing everyone needs to understand right here, right now.
Great. Well, I've been in the field of working with people for 36 years. I know a lot of what's going on in the body, okay? But it's not just the body. It's the body, mind, spirit, and the emotional well-being that all tie together in what I call the whole higher self. It is the 4 aspects of our being. And the single most important thing that we can do now in our lives is to bring in this inner energy and power it up, to start amping out the energy to balance our body, mind, spirit, and emotion. And we do this by beginning with the energy-based systems in our chakras first.
Okay, so we're going to stop there because I told you before the show, there may be listeners who have never even heard of chakras. So we're going to back up and you're going to explain what these are.
Wonderful. Chakras are energy-based systems that reside in your body. They spin. They can be anywhere from the size of an apricot or walnut to the size of a grapefruit or even a beach ball. What the chakras are is they are systems starting at our tailbone. They're not linked to anything. They actually just spin in a circle all by themselves. And they're from our tailbone, and they go all the way up to the top of our heads. There are 7 primary chakras. And as I said, these energy-based systems are what empower our energy within.
And so most people that are listening to this podcast could use a little more energy, but not just that. It's not just about your energy and being healthy, which is so important. But when these different systems that you're going to go through one at a time are aligned, it's really when you can create and live your life purpose. Is that fair to say?
It is. I mean, there's so many things that having your chakras empowered, what they can do for you. Each chakra has a certain power, a certain resonance that gives you strength to be able to create, to be able to know what it is you need to do in your journey, being able to hear the things that are going on in your life and to be able to resonate with your heart and the things that you love. You know, we all need balance in our life. And as doctoral students, there's a lot of stress. Well, the chakras can actually help relieve that stress. I'd like to show you how or tell you how to do that.
Yeah. So what I would love to do is you talked about it going from the spine all the way up to the crown. So I want everyone to just envision this linear pathway right up the spine. And so Liz, let's just take them one at a time. You said they start at the tailbone.
That's correct. The first chakra is called the Root Chakra. And that chakra is a deep, deep red. So if you can imagine a deep red color in the tailbone, in the center of your body, that is your first chakra. And what this chakra actually does for you is it helps you to feel stable, secure, and actually grounded. Sometimes when we're always in our head and we're always having to do so much, we can lose our sense of stability and feeling safe and grounded in our lives. That's why this chakra is so important for us, is because it will help by just simply thinking about it, meditating on it, or visualizing it. You will find that your breath will start relaxing deeper as you feel more settled. That's the power of the first chakra.
And that first chakra, the root chakra, has a statement that you like to share. And what is that statement?
I stand. Yes, I do.
And that can be your mantra for the day. I think a lot of people listening are up in their head, and that's great because that serves us, but sometimes at the expense of not being rooted and feeling stable and secure and safe. So we've got the first one, it's red, root, I stand, yes, I do. And as we go through these, I'm going to encourage you, pick out the ones that are really calling to you. And we're going to give you some tips about what to do next with those. So let's move up. What's the second chakra?
That would be your sacral chakra. And that is in between your two hip bones. It's in your pelvis. And it is the color of orange. So if you were to imagine, I'm sure everybody has seen a beautiful, beautiful sunrise or a sunset. This deep, deep orange color is the color of this chakra. And it's just actually so radiantly beautiful. I'd like you to try and imagine that color in your pelvis and then just breathe into it. The power of this chakra is twofold, which is not common with all the chakras, but this one in particular has got two energies. One is creativity and one is passion. So there's a lot of times, right, where you've got to write something and you've got to be creative about it. You've got to get the information out and use your creativity to produce what you're going to write. So you would say, I am super passionate about what I'm meant to create. And you breathe and you allow that energy from that chakra to help support you.
Many of you are part of my inspirational email journey where I talk about the educational system and Bloom's taxonomy. And you know, as a doctoral student, one of your tasks is to create something that didn't already exist. And so I know this podcast may seem like a little, what is Heather talking about here? If you feel stuck, it might be that you haven't nourished or empowered some of these lower chakras. And so I'm going to say, hey, give it a shot. What if you have to lose? The statement for this one, Liz, could be, I create.
This is definitely that statement. Indeed. I create. Yes, I do. You see, what you're doing with these kinds of statements, the yes statements, I'm doing this, is you're actually acknowledging that you're going to use that chakra energy. And when your chakra feels you giving attention to it, it blossoms. It starts growing. It starts spinning. And you really want that in your life.
So let's move up to the third chakra.
Yeah. The third chakra, it resides right at the top of your stomach, just under your rib cage. This chakra is yellow. Imagine that the sun is shining brightly and beautifully in the sky. Now, this is what your chakra does on the inside. And what I'd like you to think about is that chakra, bright, yellow, bursting, beaming sunlight. It can shine in you as well. This chakra's power is self-esteem. It's self-confidence. It's the knowing of I am. Okay? And what this chakra can help you do is it can help you build your confidence in getting through something that might be a little bit challenging. You can seriously pause for a moment and place your hand or both hands on this third chakra right at your stomach. Think about the color yellow. Breathe in and say, I am. Yes, I am. Now, you may also wish to add, I am confident I'm going to get through this paper. And then breathe that in. I promise you, it is going to help you.
And Liz, we talk about, we both love all the chakras. This one happens to be one really near and dear to my heart that I find myself focusing on a lot. And I think because I love that mantra, that statement so much, I am. And every day I kind of am surprised as to what comes. I'll start, I am, and then I wait to see what comes. And maybe it's confident, or I'm at ease, or I'm graceful, or I'm silly. And that's what I focus my day on. And I think as you're moving through your doctoral program, again, so much of what you're asked to do is kind of up. It's up in your head. And when you start feeling a little imbalanced or uncomfortable, what I'm suggesting is maybe it's because you have these energy centers that you're not paying attention to. So that third one, I am, brings us to the fourth one, the heart chakra.
The heart chakra is green, and it's in the middle of your chest. And this chakra has a lot of different shades, different multicolors of green in it. So imagine if you're walking in a park, a state park, or perhaps you have had a vacation in a jungle, or that you could be in a forest. Imagine for a moment all the different colors of green. And that's what's inside this fourth chakra. So this chakra is about everything you love. And let me just give you a quick example of how this chakra works. We're having this conversation, and right in front of me is a beautiful tree. That's a pine tree. And quite often, a golden eagle comes and perches on it. So I love that. And when I do some stuff that I love, like sit in nature and see all the green all around me, my heart chakra fills up. You see, what I'm saying is when we do the things that we in our inner self need, we feel alive, empowered, balanced, stress-free. So here, all of a sudden, my golden eagle flies over the pine tree, and I'm like, oh my God, I love this. So promise me something, you guys. Get to that fourth heart chakra by doing some things that you love, because you won't regret it. Now, this chakra simply states, and most powerfully states, I love. Yes, I do.
And, Liz, as you were talking, I was thinking there might be a lot of people out there thinking, I don't even remember what I love doing anymore. I mean, not only are they in a strenuous program, but it's been quite a year for everybody where a lot of our hobbies and activities were kind of constrained. And what I have noticed personally working with my energy system is the heart is the bridge between where I put a lot of my energy up and where I sometimes have deficiencies and challenges below. And so this heart chakra for me really is the bridge between the two parts of myself.
Well, and I love that you brought up the bridge. I have a really great meditation. If you just get to my website, Deeply Well, you can get it for free. It's a very short meditation that'll take you to a bridge where you can kind of bridge the upper busy, busy, busy working with the lower, I'm getting grounded and centered. And one other thing you mentioned, Heather, you know, a really good friend of mine taught me a long time ago that it is the simplest and the littlest things that can mean so much. If you pause in your very stressful moments of, I've got to do, and you just step away for a moment and you breathe, or you take a quick shower, or a bath, or something that you can do to pamper yourself just a little bit, I promise you, it's going to make a difference in all the demands that are in front of your life right now.
You know, Liz, I argue a lot on this podcast that taking even just a moment for self-care unleashes someone's genius.
Yeah.
You know, and what you just brought up was pausing can change your experience.
Totally. Yep. So we're going to move up to the fifth chakra, right? Which is right in the throat. It is teal or aqua or turquoise. That color permeates from your throat. It also has two different energies in it. However, I usually only speak of one. I speak, yes, I do, but you also are hearing with this chakra. So I'm hearing my truth or I'm speaking my truth. And sometimes this one can be actually the hardest chakra to work with. And that is because we have so much to do. Who has time to sit back and think about what I need to say in my life? Or what if some of the things I want to say in my life are not resonating with the things that I have to do in my life to get her done? Okay. So how you nurture this chakra is by just taking a few minutes when you get up in the morning, or you're in the shower, or you're brushing your teeth, and you're just simply saying, I speak my truth today. All you're doing is empowering that statement to kind of settle into that throat chakra, so that when you do need to speak something, like call someone and say, hey, I'm having a really hard time here and I don't know how to get through this. Sometimes it's really difficult to ask for help. Don't be afraid to do that, and use your throat chakra to help you.
And a lot of people who come on this podcast, Liz, talk about needing to advocate for yourself when you're going through a doctoral program and asking for help, asking questions. This chakra is so interesting in terms of speaking your truth, owning your research, asking yourself, what is it do I want to say here? But also hearing feedback. You're going to be getting a ton of feedback. So if you find that you maybe have writer's block, or feedback is just triggering you in a way that you know is not moving you forward, maybe this is one you want to spend a little time with. I'm just putting that out there, guys.
Yeah, and let me just remind you that this chakra says, I speak. Yes, I do. And then we move up to the number 6 chakra, which is in the center of your forehead. And actually, I think this one's really going to benefit you guys, because you guys do a whole lot of thinking, right? So this chakra helps you to see, okay? It helps you to see intuitively, like that gut feeling that you may have in your life. It helps you to expand and go gather information that may be, confusing you. Like if you need to get something and you don't know what or how, you would just simply close your eyes and move up to here, the 6th chakra. It's a deep blue color. And you're going to pause for a moment and you're going to say, what do I need to see? And then you're just going to breathe. And then we do have this intuitive gut feeling. We all know we have it, okay? A sense, an inner sense. They call it a 6th sense. Trust your instinct. Trust that you will know what you need to see and that it'll come at the right time in the right place. This chakra says, I see. Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's a powerful one. And that brings us to chakra number 7, crown.
Yay, the crown chakra. So it's a lovely color purple, the deepest, most majestic color purple that you could imagine is in the top of your head. And this chakra spins with its energy of knowing what is right for you and knowing what is not. So it also is divine wisdom or divine connection and this inner wisdom. So at the top, very tippy top of your head, this chakra spins in a very deep, majestic purple color, and it says, I know. Yes, I do.
So I challenged you before Liz started going through all those to see which ones may be resonating with you. And if you're like me, each one that she's on, I'm like, that one, I need to work more on that one. But chances are there's one that's calling you to work on right now, or maybe two. But you know how I often figure this out, Liz, is based on what I pick out to wear for the day, because a certain color may call me. So that's something I want you guys to just kind of get curious about and go, that's interesting. I've been wearing a lot of orange, or I've been really drawn to a lot of blue, to just start wondering what your body may be telling you, right? We talked about some other tips and tricks here. I want to share the one I've been using since I've been working with you. And that is, a lot of you know I set an app on my phone, a mindfulness bell app. You can get these for free. And I set mine to ding every 15 minutes. It's just one nice little pleasant chime. And when it chimes, that's my reminder to take a nice deep breath in. And often my phone will chime and I think, when was the last time I took a deep breath? I really do think I only take my deep breaths now when my phone chimes. But I'm taking a lot more because they're coming every 15 minutes now, not just when I'm doing yoga or when I'm meditating. But what would be great would be for you to pick your statement for the day and set your phone, and maybe it's I stand, or I know, I see, I speak. Which is the statement that you want to focus on? Listen, I know you're probably listening to this while you're driving or out taking your walk. So in the show notes, you're going to see all the statements. And that's one of the tips that I have for you. Liz mentioned she's got a free meditation for you. I'm going to have the link for that down below as well. But what I'm most excited about, Liz, is sharing something that you and I just recently created called 7 and 7. Do you want to talk a little bit about that program?
Well, it's super exciting to me because Heather and I have been working on how can we help people with the single most important thing that they can do in their life. And so we actually started kicking off January 18th of this year, and we have done so much fabulous work together, and we're so excited to share the 7 and the 7. And so what it is it's working with each of your 7 chakras for 7 weeks. Now, like, you have more time to add to your plate, right? Not at all. It's super easy. First of all, you will have a very brief meditation that you can listen to throughout the week, right before you go to sleep at night. And there's a workbook where each day you can pick to choose to do something or not do it at all. The goal we have is that we want to help you learn how to build your chakra resources, because your chakras and the energies that they hold for you, if they're not draining or depleted or fatigued or overstressed, if they are super amped, they're going to not only boost your immune system through your endocrine system, but they're going to give you the vital life force energy that you actually may be lacking in, and you've noticed because you're tired or just overwhelmed. We don't want that to happen for you. And we are so excited to deliver this program, which the link will be below, so that you can actually feed your chakras, clear them, get them amped up, do the work, and get supercharged.
So really, this is the number one thing you can do right now to stay healthy and happy. And I don't know who wouldn't want that, right? Liz mentioned it's brief. Again, one of the things I said to her when we were creating this program is my audience doesn't have a lot of time. So when she talks about a meditation, we're talking about a couple minutes. When she talks about activities that you do each day, these are things that you just seamlessly weave in, like you take a deep breath and you say the statement for the day. Right?
Yep.
So it is a program that is meant to go through and empower your energy system one chakra at a time. So 7 chakras, 7 weeks. But hey, if it takes you longer or you want to be on an accelerated program, that's an option too, because you're going to own the material. And the weekly commitment is maybe 10 minutes.
The goal we had was to build something that is quick, easy, fun, and empowering. So we did it, and we're excited to share it, and we hope you enjoy it.
So again, everything will be in the show notes below. But Liz, I usually end my podcast by asking people if they have any final words of wisdom or maybe a favorite quote that they've lived by.
Oh, that's very sweet. It always comes to mind for me, the oracle in Delphi. She had over her doorway, "Know thyself." And I really do believe that when we know our inner and outer self, our body, our mind, our spirit, and our emotion, when we fully know ourselves, we are probably the happiest people that we can be. So that statement, "Know thyself," is a really important one for me to share.
And so if you're listening to this episode and you're thinking, yeah, I could probably tap in a little bit more into who I truly am, I'm going to recommend spending some time with your personal energy systems, your chakras, and let me know how it goes. Liz, thank you so much. It's always so much fun to hang out with you.
Thank you. It's been just a delight. Good luck, everyone, and be well.
Learn more about the 7 in 7 course by clicking on the link in the show notes below or heading on over to my website, expandyourhappy.com. We did create a coupon code for the listeners of this podcast, and it is HappyDoc. Thanks so much for listening, and until next time, here's to more joy in your journey. Oh, hey, one more thing. The information, opinions, and recommendations presented in this podcast are for general information only.